Welcome to Grade 7 Piano for Leisure Series 4, where we start with Dennis Alexander's Reverie in F minor, which is a stunning, romantic kind of work, a little bit Chopin-esque in the latter section, and in fact in most of it. Have a listen. Towards the end, you get what I think is a very Chopin trait. With these big stretches, arpeggiated rolled chords are just fabulous. Number 2, Aaron Copland's Hoedown from Rodeo. On as well. I love Aaron Copland's music, so evocative of the sort of open plains in this piece of America. There's some challenges there, and you'll see I was doing some different things in my left hand, so again, refer to the official handbook recordings if you want to hear this really done precisely. But I would also recommend reconsidering some of the right hand finger choices. The more I've played this, the more I've manipulated some of those fingering choices, and that is totally okay. You've got to do it to suit your student. Number 3, who couldn't like Goodbye Yellow Brick Road from Elton John? I'll start with the main theme at bar 5. Hopefully you weren't looking too closely at my left hand because I was doing a lot of cheating, but that gives you an idea of the piece. There's some real complexity in it, and this is a challenging piece for students. I would just mention that some of these long runs of demi-semiquavers, e.g. at bar 30, where you've got, I would definitely split that up between the two hands. So hopefully you're able to see that. That's just my approach for that one. For the other ones, I would definitely split them between the hands to suit your student. Now, Seasons of Love, number 4, one of my all-time favourite musicals songs, or musicals actually, and this song from it. And some of you will recognise it. To play more, but I won't at this stage. Philip Keverin has done a stunning job with this arrangement. It truly is a great exam and recital piece. Number 5, Here, There and Everywhere, which is a Lennon-McCartney song arranged by Karen Bailey. You might recognise it. I didn't actually recognise it by name, but I certainly recognised it when I started playing it. Number 6 is the Meditation, and this is a piece that I've accompanied violinists play for most of my career, so it's delightful being able to play the whole piece myself, and this is a really great arrangement as well. If you've been an accompanist for any length of time, I'm sure that will be familiar to you. Number 7 is an Oscar Peterson tune called the Laurentine Waltz. Just for time's sake, I'm going to skip over that and just play the beginning of the Fugue in F minor by Edwin Randell. This is at number 8. And I love the idea of having a modern day fugue. This was written in modern times and uses all the fugal conventions, but has a kind of a little bit of a poppy overtone to it in certain sections. So here's just the little beginning so you get a sense of the theme. Goes again, ends with these beautiful chords. It's a really unusual piece that follows all those fugal conventions but has some of those modern styles. All right, at number 9, we've got my all-time favorite Scarlatti Sonata. And yes, I know he wrote 500, and how could you possibly choose? Well, this one at K27 is an absolutely stunning piece of music. Here's the introduction or the beginning. into the second half. I don't know about you, but I've always enjoyed playing that piece. And certainly it is played on the more romantic side by most pianists. And so while some purists would argue that, Scarlatti, no pedal, I would be very surprised if Scarlatti was around today and he didn't play that with pedal as I've just done then. So moving on to number 10, it's the Serenade by Christian Sinding. And I won't play too much of it, just to give you a little sense of it. It's a beautiful work in D flat major. I'd love to play more, but I'll move on to number 11, the St. Louis Rag. And as I said, I love ragtime. I've always enjoyed it as a student particularly. So I was really excited to put in this Tom Turpin rag into the mix. And it goes a little bit like this. Goes as usual. It's almost a textbook rag. Turpin was around at the same time as Scott Joplin. They were contemporaries. So it's if you're familiar with Scott Joplin's rag, you'll be very comfortable with Tom Turpin. And finally, number 12, Stevie Wonder's Isn't She Lovely, which he wrote for the birth of his daughter. And there's some challenges in this piece with regard to the rhythm. You've got triplets without the first and last notes in the group of 3 at the start. So what I've suggested in the notes there, just getting students to play all 3 notes of the triplet. And then take out the first and third. That can be a good way to approach that. There's notes for that in the performance notes section after the piece. So that's it. Let's move on to grade 8. I hope you've enjoyed grade 7.